again, I mentioned Zoltabulava, so I was involved in, organizing Zoltabulava camps, and I was, I think, leader of a camp for 2 years during that time period. I was doing training camps, so Vishkole, for a few years. Again, they would happen every 2 years or so, and they would involve getting youngsters from across Canada to Toronto, and basically not doing all the speaking or the, training myself, but organizing other people to come in and do specific parts of the training. So that was my involvement. Right now I act as a sort of a consultant. I mean, at the people still want to hear, how would you do this, or how, do you have the records for that? So you're still involved because you have the historical memory of how things were. At one point, at the international level, I was also involved in the, because I could write, being a PISA and being a secretary was often not very, loved occupation, and I didn't mind writing minutes of meetings, so I was often chosen to be secretary at different levels of the organization.
For sure. And, you mentioned ZB, your different Vishkola that you helped organize. Was there, what in particular did you want to, get across to the different youth across Canada, and what was the main emphasis of what, they were being taught?
They were being taught some ideology. So basically, why are you here? Well, what is it that you want to prove? And as long as they were sure of themselves and what they wanted to pass on, that was the important part. And then learning to plan and be consistent and being a good Vycholnik was very important. But ideology was important. We would speak about what's going on in Ukraine, how things are going. Why do we have this connection? Is it important to have this connection? We're here in Canada. Is it important to have that connection? And yes, hopefully we were able to sort of keep these discussions going. So it's basically them having to realize what it is that they wanted to continue with, and hopefully by the end of training, this was more obvious to themselves.